welcome to Weaverbird Season 4, Episode 2. We were there dancing in the background, weren't we?
And honest to goodness, we need to change that picture, Karen. Come on now.
We will. Okay, it just goes to show our growth. I think that was 2019, wasn't it?
It was 2019. How short is my hair? But anyway, that's a different subject altogether.
No, we're going there. We're going there because it's a thing with me and Emma. All of our lives, Emma's had this lovely thick hair that grows real fast, and I do not. My hair never grows hardly. And it might be to do with the amount of blondness I have to put in it. But
mine is just all natural, of course.
Yeah, I didn't get those genes. She got every single one of those genes for hair growing fast, because you'll just cut your hair and then next year it'll be just really long again.
I remember our Lisa, who obviously is our other little weaver bird, and on my Saturdays I do a video every Saturday morning for Mental Wealth International, and Lisa says she's just absolutely fascinated every week if my hair's growing longer every week in the videos. And I was like, are you not listening to what I have to say? It's very important. It's your hair.
It defies some of the laws, the laws of nature. It's unfair. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Weaverbirds Live TV. I am Karen Weaver, and this is Emma Weaver, and we have a special guest waiting in the back in the wings, which is the wonderful Laura Muirhead, who we cannot wait for you to meet. If you haven't met her already, she's phenomenal. But what did we want to talk about this week, Emma? We wanted to talk about, we always want to stay with like current things that are happening, and there's a lot of energy online at the minute, isn't there? And I want to talk about us keeping our focus on the positive energy and giving that energy, the positives in our lives, whereas and letting the negatives will always happen. Don't they? Life happens all the time. We're human beings. There's always things going on, but we give so much energy to the negative things that's what our experience of life is. It can be really negative and heavy and all of the things. Whereas if we shift our focus to more on positive things in our life, because there are so many positive things whenever we choose to see them and embrace them, isn't it?
Well, I think it's part of our human nature to kind of hold on to those negative external things, because then it nearly validates our fears. So if you're afraid of a negative comment, or if you're afraid of something whatever it is, it can be absolutely anything. When it happens, it nearly validates, oh yes, I was right. No, you weren't. That is just your mind doing what it's meant to do, keep you safe and in the familiar. It does not mean that it's right. So it is about understanding. I love the 4 agreements. It's an amazing little pocket-sized book, and one of them is never take anything personally, and never take. And I'm not saying
it's not always about you. Yeah, exactly.
It's not always about you. So online can be amazing, but it can be so detrimental as well. And that book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving I'm not quite sure if I could swear on this. How many F's are you going to give that? Where in your life does that matter? Like, look at the bigger picture. On a scale of 1 to 10, what are we talking here? So getting rid of the negatives, finding a way that works for you. I know I either write it down or I visualize taking it out of my head and throwing it into a dustbin. It doesn't hold power over me at all whatsoever. And I'm actually really proud to say that. It's one of the things a lot of people know me for. It just doesn't bother me.
Yeah, and it's a choice. Again, we talk about, we all have a choice. Every morning we get up to choose negative or positive in our life. I choose positives, and we are very blessed that we get to experience a lot of amazing things in life, but we choose that every day. We choose to focus on those positives in our lives and those things we want to grow, and we take care of them, and it takes effort, and we action a lot of amazing things. We have brilliant connections around us. But whenever you're seeing other people who are suffering and who are, because there's a lot of negative things that can just be happening in someone's life, that can consume you. Now, we've been in times of our lives where we've been consumed by something that's just broke our hearts and things like that. and does take all of your energy, but there has to be the end of it. We survived, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, you know, like, and I'm going to use an example of whenever my daughter Kira was really sick and she nearly died 3 times for me. Like that just, it consumes you, you know what I mean? But what I realize now as her mother, I didn't help things being consumed by it. Yes, I poured into her and helped her get better, but I also fed the situation. Whereas if I had a shift of focus to more positive, you know, solutions for it, I think that we would have recovered probably faster and things like that. So we do our best, especially as mums, and we do our best to add positive things to humanity as well. Like that's really important for us as well. Like you work in the mental health field, and I work in, you know, it's all about humanities for me. That's why I show up for the Power Story. But I just want to invite people who are watching today just to do that little shift in perspective. It's a life hack, isn't it, Emma, where you just think, right, yes, this is happening, but I'm going to shift a bit of my energy, even for an hour, to something that adds to me, that fills my cup, that is a positive in my life, so that I can, my experience of life right now is not just consumed by that, it can have some positives in it too. It takes effort because our human nature will go directly to survival mode.
That's what I said straight away, but I'm going to agree with you here. It's so important. Acknowledge it and let it go. Give it a name. Call it something. Not today, Beryl. Whatever, you know what I mean? Call it out. Yeah. Not today. We're not doing that today. So whether it's external forces that are having a negative impact or internal, acknowledge it and let it go. Acknowledge it and let it go. And the more you learn to do that, and again, I'm not saying don't take responsibility for things that you do or in your life. You'll know what we're talking about. Acknowledge it. Let it go. Not today.
Yes, find it. And gratitude is a hack to get into that kind of mindset of it. What can I be grateful for? Because there's always something to be grateful for. All right, let's move into talking about books.
Gratitude. Who are we grateful for today?
Who are we grateful for today? So we're going to talk about books first. We're going to just give a quick update on our Weaverbirds Principles book, which we have been working our asses off on all week to get ready for the castle, which many of you guys will come and join us at the castle for the launch of that book. So we're just letting you know we're on track, which is super cool. But we're going to introduce you to an amazing guest that's coming to join us on stage. And we cannot wait for you to get to know her. She's coming to the castle as well. So if you're watching in Ireland or the UK, come and join us and come and meet this amazing human who I've had the joy of knowing for 2 years now, and who comes to most of our events with us because we're on a joyride. But I would love to introduce the wonderful, the one and only Laura Muirhead. Come join us, Laura.
Hi, everyone.
Yay.
Thank you, Karen. Hi, Emma.
We got her on the Weaverbird stage, Emma.
Oh, yes. Way too excited for this, Laura.
Laura, we know you're going to be a regular guest on our show, but today we are here celebrating the launch of the Queen Code book. Can you share with us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so Queen Code book. I'm just so excited to have this book out into the world, and it is all about reclaiming your queendom, getting clarity, setting personal policies. It's actually my lived stories, so it's not just theories and concepts. It's stories that I've lived and lessons that I've learned through those stories, or things that I have been able to view, experiences that I've been able to view from the Queen Code mastery lens. So I'm just thrilled to have it out there, and hopefully inspiring people with the message.
The Queen Code started a few years ago from some work you were doing with the wonderful Joanna Hunter, and you done your Queen Code deck, which Emma and I have around us here.
Absolutely.
There we
Love it.
go.
Love it. I am queen of my queendom. Love it.
We love it. Yes. And Emma and I recently, and someone else had a recent wonderful opportunity to do the course with you, which is just so fabulous. But whenever we are working on A Funny Thing Happened book, which is your memoir, which was just such an amazing experience to get that together and to put it out into the world. And you toured with that last year all around the world. And then the Queen Code started to call, didn't it? It was like this Queen Code is calling, and it's very much a signature for you. So do you want to speak to that for me about how that came to be and the book came to be, and the book took shape differently than would have been anticipated?
Right. So the Queen Code, the Queen Code program itself started to grow, like you said, from working with Joanna Hunter, from actually a retreat I was on with her in Northern Ireland. That's where I got the inspiration for the idea of personal policies, and which a lot of people talk about boundaries, and I know that's a really trendy word these days, but I like to call them personal policies because they are personal to you, and they evolve with you and change with you, and you set them. So it's they're not scary. They're not as scary as boundaries, and they actually, personal policies help you have more freedom in your life and clarity and empower you. So, right. So let's back to your question. We did work on A Funny Thing Happened on the way to my life together. And then from there, we started collecting the stories of different things in my life. And that is what evolved into the Queen Code, the book. It's not the same as the program. It's not exactly the same. It's the Queen herself in the stories that she tells. So in the Queen, it's so, there's so much information with the Queen Code. It's hard to just talk about it very concisely, because the Queen Code program and the Queen Code Oracle card deck work around the framework, question, investigate, heal, and grow, my signature framework, but also the archetypes of the queendom. And that examines the stories that we might tell. We all tell stories and we believe them. But the Queen Code program helps you look at those stories and move through them, move past them, rewrite them in the different areas of your life. Where the Queen Code book is, I think, as personal as the program is, this is even more personal. The book is even more personal, and lead you through these other archetypes of the sovereign and the what are the other ones, Karen? Some of the other archetypes: the oracle, the weaver. Speaking of weaver birds, the warrior queen, the sovereign queen. So these different stories that you might see played out in your life as well, or in, like I said, a lot of these stories came from me looking through the lens of the Queen Code at other situations that were happening around me, not necessarily to me, but around me, and the lessons that I learned from that, and the things that I could share with people of how you can look at well, let's go back to the four
The four grapes, is it?
the what you were just saying is nothing's personal, like nothing's about you. This is, if you can look at it that way, and that's what the Queen Code helps you, the 4 affirmations. When you look at it that way, you can see that if, instead of saying, oh, this person's doing this to me, you can see that what's playing out in front of you is them reacting in their own way because of their story. And you can stay in your power and stay the queen of your queendom as you watch it play out.
Absolutely.
Such an important message, and obviously I have the deck and privy to the, and it is, you're right, completely different to the program, but the growth and understanding and the journey that you go on, and it's really, really enjoyable. And who benefits from this, Laura? Whenever you were putting it together and you were able to, I suppose, join all the dots in your head, are you thinking it is for anyone that wants to understand themselves a bit more or come into their own?
Right, exactly that. For people who want to, maybe you're telling a story. We all, like I said, we all tell a story, and maybe it's a poor me, I can never get ahead. I can never get ahead. That's one of the archetypes that, I keep working and I can never get ahead. That's one of the Queen Code archetypes. Well, it's a story. It is a story. And so the Queen Code helps you look at that and move past it, hopefully reframe it and look at it and say, oh, now I see it. Now I can see it clearly that is a story. And it might be a story you've been telling, who knows, since childhood. We have so many. Or it could be a story of, no matter what I do, I can't get any help. I can't ever get any help. And it's a story because maybe there's someone right there. Maybe your partner's right there, and all you have to do is ask. But the Queen Code itself leads you through the different areas of your life. The program leads you through different areas, so you can look at for example, your self-care and say, well, I'm okay with the self-care that I am already providing myself, or maybe I want to up-level that. It's up to you where you want to go with it. But the bigger picture is, to have Queen Code mastery, and that all these areas in your life, self-care, media, personal connections, they're all help you to have more personal wealth. And that's the whole idea.
Exactly. You just nailed it on the head there. And the Queen Code book is you showing examples of that around you and sharing the story around us, because a lot of people learn through story, and you're sharing it in motion in real life time. And it's for people to be aware of their surroundings in their life, which is personal to them, and to make maybe just having a little shift in perspective that then alters what they get to experience in reality in front of them. A simple shift can just change a whole life trajectory, can't it? It's really important for us to understand that. The Queen Code is amazing. I want to touch on a few things because we are on a time crunch here, but you're now signed as a wonderful Forbes writer, as a business council member. We've been watching you vibe online with that. That's a whole thing for this year. How's that going?
Really well. Forbes Business Council is amazing, and I'm so grateful to be a member of that. What people don't know, I didn't know until I was in it, is that we have the opportunity to answer what they call expert questions every week. So very short blurbs of, here's a question, here's a business question, who wants to answer it? And you can pick and choose the questions that you answer. So you put your answers in there, and those might be chosen for an article. And in addition to that, I have already sent through my first article. It's still in the editing process, but that it should be out soon. And that'll be part of my authorship with Forbes Business Council. And I do have a live author page with them. And so it's just amazing. And it's an incredible group. It's definitely, really high vibe group of people. And even the connections that you make so quickly with people that are just really nice, really incredible.
It is an invitation only thing, and you have to have a prerequisite, but it's just amazing. I was there for 6 years and coming back this year as well. So it's really fun. We're going to vibe it. Woohoo. But guys, we're running out of time here. So you can come and meet Laura at our castle event at Belle Isle Castle, an island in Northern Ireland, on the 24th of March. We are there for 4 days, hanging out in the castle. But we're opening up the gates for you guys to come and join us, and to meet Laura and meet other authors for a wonderful showcase. And then we've got a speaking event. So watch out. We're going to share the links of that on our Weaverbird pages and socials. But Laura, thank you for joining us. We definitely have to have you back because we haven't even covered a little smidgen of what we hope to talk about.
Thank you both so much. It's such an honor to be part of the Weaverbirds.
Yay!
Thank you, Laura.
Wonderful. Oh, we love Laura, don't we, Emma?
You literally haven't even scratched the surface, even a little bit. But the whole idea of this is it's nice and short and snappy, and then people will want more. And you're right, you can come and meet Laura on the 24th of March in Belle-Isle Castle and learn more and hear her speak and get her book or the deck of cards. She is just lovely.
Yeah, amazing. It's part of our Weaverbirds family, and we just love hanging out with Laura and Dan, of course, because we got to do together. All right, guys, what are we going to finish it off with today, Emma? We always have some wise words to finish it off.
I am going to again quote one of the 4 agreements. Do not take anything personal.
That's our theme for today, for this show, is don't take it personally. Quite often what other people they're reacting to, because it's work that they're doing within themselves. So it's more of a guiding light for them than it is anything towards you. So don't take it personally, rise above it, stay in your own track, don't let it distract you. We are here for a reason, so find yours and do more of that. Have fun, guys. We shall see you next week.
Bye.